are you and what part did you play in the book's creation?
Hi, my name's Samantha Piper. I'm a proud Wurundjeri woman and I'm the Indigenous Cultural Safety Officer at Yarra Ranges Council. I had the privilege of leading the Bagurrk Strong Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Women of the Yarra Ranges publication project.
What is Bagurrk about?
Bagurrk Strong Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Women of the Yarra Ranges features historical information, deeply moving personal accounts and photographs to tell the stories of strong Indigenous women whose actions shaped the Yarra Ranges and many who live in the region. The stories reflect the many kinds of strength in our people and are testimonies to resistance and outpourings of love. The women honoured in this book have been and continue to be guardians of knowledge, culture, language and country, carers of family and community, creators and storytellers. This book was inspired by the history of women's leadership in Aboriginal community organisations and builds on the 2018 NAIDOC theme, Because of Her We Can. But with this book, I think we went a little deeper.
Can you tell us about its importance to Indigenous history?
With Bagurrk, a record like this is important and long overdue. Too many stories from the past about our ancestral history have already been lost. So it's really vital that these generations of women, the ones that are being honoured and those doing the honouring, have a voice and share their stories. As the Yarra Ranges is home to many important community organisations led by strong Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander women mentioned in this book. And central to any story of the Yarra Ranges is the establishment of Burrinja Aboriginal Station. This is where Wurundjeri and other displaced Aboriginal people led their own way out of the damaging effects of colonisation, which is now a point of pride for this region and is a story of national significance. This history is the reason the Aboriginal community gravitate to this place.
How can Belgrave Survival Day and the histories written and discussed in the book best work together to improve understanding of Indigenous history?
The Bagurrk book challenges Aboriginal stereotypes and roles of Aboriginal women in the community. The book aims to create more awareness of the contribution of the Aboriginal community. This is, to me, also exactly what Survival Day is all about and why it's so important. It brings the community together to celebrate the resilience of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, and it acknowledges the past, the present and future of Indigenous culture. It also reminds us that Indigenous culture is strong. It's no longer sleeping, it's alive, and it will never finish despite the negative effects of colonisation. One of my favourite quotes from the Bagurrk book comes from an amazing cultural mentor, my cousin and Wurundjeri woman, Burrinja. She wrote, "I'm carrying the story of my mob and my culture. It's good for me and it's good for my ancestors. I belong to the oldest continuing living culture on the planet and one that will never finish." So if you or any of your friends and family are looking to increase your understanding of Indigenous history, I strongly encourage you to get yourself a copy of the Bagurrk book. We'll have details on where you can find the book available online today.